Did you know? The original plans for Halo 2's single-player campaign were about the size of Halo 2 and Halo 3 combined. After coming back from E3 2003, however, Bungie realized that putting a game of that scope on the Xbox was impossible. Halo 2 was revealed at E3 2002 via a 2.5-minute teaser trailer, but the actual game wouldn't be seen until the following year during E3. Although, technically, that demo wasn't the actual game either. The 9-minute demo was played live on stage during Microsoft's press event, but it was heavily scripted. During an interview with IGN at E3 2014, Frank O'Connor, franchise director at 343 Industries, said, "If you deviate from the safe, bug-tested areas in any way, it immediately and instantly crashes." While most of the new gameplay implementations shown in the demo were included in Halo 2's actual release, the demo scene and script were scrapped. In fact, shortly after E3 2003, Bungie scrapped the entire graphical engine on which the demo was running. According to Halo 2's multiplayer designer Chris Carney, even that whole environment, the Earth City, was way too big for the engine at the time. We ended up cutting out huge parts of geometry from that level, so you never actually saw that. The level Quarantine Zone in Halo 2's campaign, considered to be one of the longest in the entire franchise, is the remaining 20% of what was once a giant level, the entirety of which was built before having to be cut down. Despite all the cuts, Bungie was still unable to fit everything into the campaign and thus settled on the ending featured in Halo 2. The cliffhanger wasn't part of the plan, and yes, overambition was absolutely the cause, claims Joseph Staten, writer for the Halo franchise. Despite the rushed nature of the development period, Halo 2 sold 8.49 million copies. One of the biggest draws to Halo 2 was its Xbox Live-enabled multiplayer, now a staple inclusion in every Halo game. When talking about cuts made to the multiplayer, Carney mentions that at least 2 months worth of work was put into creating a bigger style of objective-based game. Environments were built to support it, but it didn't make it far before it was scrapped in favor of sticking with their already polished game types and variants. However, Halo 2 featured the ability not only to create custom game types, but to publicly host them online. One of the most popular game modes to come out of the community was called Zombie, although sometimes it was referred to as Pandemic or Dawn of the Dead. In Zombie, a small team of players would be the zombies wielding only an energy sword, while a much larger team of players would be the humans wielding shotguns and pistols, and neither team had shields. Every time a human died, they switch over to the zombie team. The point was to last for as long as possible. If this sounds familiar, that's because Bungie made an official version of this game type called Infection in Halo 3, which became Flood in Halo 4. As of right now, it's unclear from whom or how Zombie originated, but that's not the case with the second community game type to be officially included in a Halo game, Grifball. Halo 3's map pack included the map Foundry, a box-like map designed to be heavily customizable in Forge mode. Rooster Teeth Productions, the creators of Halo-based web series Red vs. Blue, created a pre-release PSA video for the map pack called Red vs. Blue DIY. When talking about the creation of Grifball, Bernie Burns, who's written and directed most of Red vs. Blue, explained that there was an extended version of the script that had Donut and Griff making Forge creations on Foundry to go along with Simmons' railgun invention. Griff's invention was going to be the laziest game type possible, where you basically walk into the middle of the room, pick up a flag, and plant it 2 feet away. That scene really wasn't that funny, so it was cut, but I had already made the game type. I started messing around with it while we were uploading the video. Grifball is a relatively simple game. 2 teams of 4 players wielding gravity hammers and energy swords start on opposite sides of a room and run at the bomb in an effort to score it on the opposing team's goal. Grifball is a variant of the Assault game type, and since the bomb arming timer is set to instant, all any team has to do is navigate their way to the arming pad to score. The game type was originally going to be called Rugby, but was changed to Grifball by achievement hunters Gavin Free. The name Grifball comes from a scene in an episode of Red vs. Blue when Sarge announces, "This is the best game since Grifball," after taking pot shots at Griff with a sniper rifle. Since Griff's armor is orange, the ball carrier in a game of Grifball has their armor color force changed to orange so that when they're inevitably killed, Griff dies. After gaining popularity through Rooster Teeth's Grifball miniseries as well as regularly scheduled League play, Bungie temporarily included the game type on a double EXP weekend matchmaking hopper in Halo 3. In Halo Reach matchmaking, there was an official mode, complete with unique announcer voiceover to start the match, but Grifball was still considered a Forge community game type. In Halo 4, Grifball finally became its own game type and featured new gameplay mechanics such as passing and ball interactivity, and its own map. Not only that, but in Episode 5, Chapter 5 of Halo 4's Spartan Ops mode, there is a Grifball-themed Easter egg hidden near the intro to the level. Throughout the Halo series, there are several Red vs. Blue related Easter eggs. In Halo 2, on the multiplayer map Turf, there are a couple of vending machines inside a large garage featuring Rooster Teeth's logos. In Halo 3's single-player campaign mission Crow's Nest, it's possible to stumble upon a Marine knocking on a door, arguing with another Marine on the other side asking for a password.
Not supposed to let anyone in without it.
If the staff meeting just ended, no one outside is gonna know the freaking password. Now open up!
Depending on what difficulty you're playing the mission on, the Marines will be voiced by different members of the Red vs. Blue voice cast and reference different lines from the show. In Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo Reach, the Warthog's tires have the word Puma inscribed on them. This is a reference to a line in the second episode when Griff says the Warthog looks more like a Puma than an actual Warthog. The Halo 4 achievements I Heart Red vs. Blue, granted for winning 5 Wargames matches, and Roses vs. Violet for finding a Red vs. Blue Easter egg in Spartan Ops, of which there are 10, are both references to the show as well. In the months approaching Halo 2's launch, those eager to get their hands on the game were able to demo the multiplayer by participating in an alternate reality game. On July 23, 2004, Microsoft launched a theatrical trailer for Halo 2 to build hype for the multiplayer reveal at E3. The final screen of the trailer had a URL which at first pointed to Xbox.com, but would momentarily switch to ilovebees.com and then back. At first, the website seemed to be a personal collection blog for beekeeping enthusiasts, but shortly after visiting, the front page would appear as though it were being hacked in real time. The corrupted page displays a series of countdowns which culminated in a message reading, "Wide awake and physical." Upon reaching the final countdown on August 24th, the site began a daily routine of displaying locations of payphones for participants to call in from, and updating with what pieces of information had been recovered by players. By providing the correct information to the operator at the payphone, the player received what was referred to as an axon. The axons were short audio recordings which, when compiled together, provided background information on the Halo universe in the form of a radio drama. At certain milestones in the game's progress, instead of getting an audio recording, voice actors from the actual radio serial would talk directly to the players. In one incident, a player called in the middle of Hurricane Ivan, and one of the operators broke character and said, "Dude, it's a hurricane. Put the phone down." That's all for today, but don't forget to subscribe to Did You Know Gaming and follow Did You Know Gaming on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure you also check out DidYouKnowGaming.com, and if you like this video, check out some more videos. And hey, I know it ain't Halo, but the next closest thing has gotta be Metroid, right? I mean, as far as sci-fi shooters goes, Metroid and Halo are like best friends. So if you'd like, you can check out my video on Metroid Fusion over on my channel, Rated S Games. My name's Todd, and I hope you enjoy the video and that you enjoy the Metroid video if you click on it. Which you're welcome to. You don't have to, though.